and her especially, we are big fans of you from High School Musical times.
All right, I love it. Well, very nice to meet you guys.
Watching it now after so many years, how was your experience in High School Musical?
I love watching it again, and it's so nostalgic for me. And you know, it's really special. A lot of people ask me which one's your favorite, and I always have a hard time. It was such a different experience, all three of them. But the first one was really special because we didn't know. We had no idea. I met Kenny Ortega when I was a kid on the set of Newsies. And then I got a phone call from him once, and he said, hey, listen, I'm doing this little movie. It doesn't have a name yet. We're just calling it High School Musical until we come up with a name. There's supposed to be one movie. There was not ever supposed to be a sequel. While we were shooting the movie, everybody, all these little, you know, these young kids, Zach and Vanessa and Ashley and Corbin and Monique, and like everybody was just so young and just so excited to have a job. When the movie was released, 18 million people watched this movie. And it was like, what just happened? It was crazy. It's crazy. We all knew we were part of something special. It's like great. There's like a wind. Can you guys see this? It's like a windstorm here all of a sudden. You know, all my scenes were with Zac Efron, and I'm really grateful for that. I got to have scenes with him when he's really thinking about, you know, important things. He was so serious about those moments, and he wanted to do such a good job. And it was really special for me to share those scenes with him. And he was such a good actor at such a young age.
Now that you did High School Musical, the series, you have really been part of young adults' life. I mean, you're still in their minds.
It's like this amazing experience you go on from like so small and feeling so tiny and insignificant. And then it just goes on and on and on. And then all of a sudden it's like part of like young pop culture around the world. It's crazy. Crazy to me. I love that. I appreciate that. And the thing is, like, I've never taken that for granted since day one. I know a lot of people, they like to separate themselves from the project. For me, like, I've been around long enough to know that this is special. This is so unique. And like, I feel so lucky that I get to be a part of people's childhood. It's an honor. When you're an actor and you're given a role, it's up to you how you want to play the role. Like, you get the words, you could say it any kind of way you want. Usually for a role like my role, you either play the supportive dad or you play the hard-nosed coach. I got to play both. And that's my favorite part of this character, is that I had to figure out, what would I do? What would I really do? It's complex. It's got layers. I could go on for hours about this.
How do you think the movie industry has changed from the 90s to today?
Boy, that's a big question. My concern is that a lot of corporations are running the studios, and it feels like it. It feels like to me that there's not a lot of great stories. There's not a lot of great movies. There's not a lot of great stories, not a lot of great characters. And I don't think it's the priority. Like, the priority is no longer tell a great story. And they're trying to put a bunch of other stuff in their movie. It's not working. You just go back to Kenny Ortega, because he's the center of the High School Musical universe. But I've noticed from Kenny, he wants to show something beautiful. He wants to like add light and beauty and something beautiful into the world. And as soon as the script goes dark for him, he's like, I'm out. I just think that's really cool. I think that's really cool. We need more Kenny Ortegas in the world. That's for dang sure. You know, I grew up watching musicals. Singing in the Rain is my very favorite movie in the world. But then I really fell in love with comedy. And then I finally get High School Musical, and I'm like, oh, sweet. I'm gonna get to sing. I'm gonna get to dance. I had a musical number in High School Musical 1, and they cut it. And I'm looking at some of the cast members. I'm like, these guys don't even sing. They don't even really sing in real life. They don't really dance. And they get to dance. I was so jealous. I was just like so jealous. A couple years ago, I did a movie called Held, and it was a horror film. And I've never been a fan of horror film. It was never like my favorite genre until I did this movie. And I was like, oh, hang on a second. In a horror movie, you're almost being killed the whole time. So like, for an actor, it's actually really fun.
Do you have any experience in voice acting?
You know, not really. I mean, I've done a little bit of it, but very little. Although everybody keeps telling me about it. I was like, oh, maybe I should try.
Your voice actor in Italy, it's called Mauro Gravina.
Wait, the guy that does my voice?
Yeah.
No way. There's a guy that does that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You guys got to send me that information. I got to see it.
He doesn't even know we're talking about him, but
No way. How do I not know this guy?
we had a lot of fun, really. Thank you so much for giving us your time, and you are a really great person.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. I had an absolute pleasure talking to you guys. I've got a very big part of my heart right here belongs to Italy. I love Italians and I love your country, and I've had such a wonderful time there, and I can't wait to go back and see some of my Italian wildcats. Thanks, guys. My pleasure. Nice chatting.